Sorry, I don't know it's totally prepared tonight. I just didn't want everybody to think I forgot about him.
I can't believe you didn't hear Otis laugh for an hour. Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh, the story? It's kind of unbelievable. No. Oh! He was mentioned in the story.
Yeah.
I know who that is. Sounds like Otis. You know, this last
Sorry.
an hour. When I went back the next day, I was like, I have to do this. Drip Ties, what's up? Long time no see, bud. How are you? Of course, you're going to the factory, baby. What are we doing now? Bluegrass Lit?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Shut up. Sorry guys. Like somewhere in the description, I put trigger warning, smoke marijuana. I just got home, just got set up, and I need to smoke marijuana. So that's what I'm doing. I can't stand Facebook. They're such a lag.
Oh, we're going here. Oh yeah, it's famous. You need to write down the ones that are really good, like this one. This is a good one. We need to remember these. We're always like, what songs are really good? Yeah. Get it up.
How is everybody? Listen to the glow stick. They're fucking badass. You are my friend and you're watching and you're not subscribed somewhere to glow stick. I'm pretty sure we probably can't be friends. Pretty fucking badass. I like it. they do a lot of live weddings, but tonight is their bluegrass night, so pretty fucking cool. Got yelled at tonight. My daughter's new guy friend comes knocking like at my door. I'm like, weird. But he's like, could you please, whatever you're doing, like, can you hold on till tomorrow? It was kind of cute. But my drill, you know, like when you're forcing something to work, and it makes something woke the grandchildren. Oh well. It'd be aight. Guess let's get back for him answering the door with a fucking gun. So my daughter is gonna call him twat not from now on. Yeah, my payback. We're even. Oh shit. Sorry guys, not sorry. Totally needed to roll some pot. I'm just finally got settled in. I had errands all day, bills all day. But again, early on the motherfucking rent. Broke as fuck, but always early. I feel like I've been a week early for 4 years. And I know the last two, me being now a single like income, I've been a week late or a week early every month, man. Pretty fucking big accomplishment for me. I'm super proud of myself. They did raise our rent about $350 at the beginning of the year, and then one of us in my household had lost their income, so we had to make up for that. So it's been a tough one. I know I had in the description donations are totally welcome, tips, whatever. I mean, I'll do fucking stand-up comedy all night if that's what it takes. That's a pretty funny story. Dude, I cannot roll a joint right now. That's funny. Everybody says I'm the best joint roller ever. I'll take that badge. Gosh darn perfect. But I feel like I've been rolling joints since I was like 8. No lie. I used to roll them when my mama got ready for work. And she like gave me a cigarette roller, but I saw all the grown-ups doing it with their hands. So I asked my uncle, which was a one-armed man, well, like 1.5, but he had no hand on that side, and he taught me how to fucking roll a joint with one hand. True story. I remember that night very clearly. I definitely shouldn't have been smoking pot, but or bugler cigarette. I like couldn't figure out which one was a cigarette and which one was a joint. So it everything stuff. Not really everything, but just like stuff. Could figure out what was a cigarette and what was a bugler. So I ended up horribly sick from tobacco and horribly high. And yeah, it was really awful experience. Did I miss another date? Oh shit. gonna get to hang out with you guys. It's been interesting, to say the least. Alright, commence smoking of the marijuana. Oh shit, you guys couldn't. Oh no, I feel like I got it muted, right?
Oh, that was a banger.
Oh, you guys should have said something. Why does it even let us say anything? So yeah,
Absolute
it
favorite
probably
band in the
sounds
world.
so fucking bad. There we go. Sound better, I'm so sure. Fuck yeah. Awesome sauce. Oh my gosh. Catching shit on fire.
It's so good.
I just love green beans.
Giant.
Fresh out of the garden.
We're all big fans of food. Yeah, they've been at
I
several
think we
shows.
could have rolled it tighter.
They've really towed at Dream Fest. Yeah, she knows it's food. Yeah, you met food. And they've been in after parties. She's in every after party. She's there. All night. She was great.
Just do it. Feeling the night. Several different stones this year. Okay. Really feeling the citrine. It's nice. Oh, yeah. Anybody wants to send me any burdens and woes and whatever, I don't care if your big toe hurts. I like to take that shit for just a minute if anybody does seem to be having a hard time carrying your load. I gotcha. So definitely love to transmute that bullshit for you. I got my handy dandy fan. I'm so excited about it. Oh, I lose all my fans or I break them, but I get a lot of use out of it. So. Fuck yes. It is on that screen. There she is. Just like it's dirty as oh, yeah. last name written on the site, isn't it? Crazy face. My whole face hole. There it is. Oh, crap. That's too much. We have Earth Day coming up, so I'm gonna try to do a few for good old Earth Day. And yes, I'm chaotic as fuck, and I do throw my trash on the ground until I'm done. Like somebody asked me that the other day. Like, that's the joys of fucking living alone. To the moon. And I swear to God, it's just chocolate on the sheets. Yeah. So you're doing this combined and then you separate. Thank you. Or should I just do everything? I feel like I'll do them so they can sell separately, but you probably really should buy them. That sounds great. That's what we're doing. Blue acid and KY. Well, this is Ralph's stick. I have like 4 of them. Yeah, I'm a total fan. It's ridiculous. No thanks. See everything. Good stuff. What happened there? Oh, I get it. Okay. Thank you. OCD. And then we put handbag. So I'll just say that you call it won't get hard. I use these, like the chunks and shit that stick to the side. Like I'll pull them out and then I put them on my palette to like mix and lighten everything up over there. I don't know, so I'm not wasting paint, I suppose. I already got paint layer right now. Super funny. You guys are out there, say hi. I'm trying to fight figured out how. I promise I don't bite or anything. Well, I mean, it depends. $15 or $20. Just kidding. I couldn't invite nobody if I wanted to. My fucking teeth are bust out. I'm trying to get fighting things in my teeth. That is absolutely ridiculous. I have to go through.
Make sure you join them in the Discord and come hang out with the band and all the cool people in chat.
It's one needs to be Canada.
Videos, voice channel on the left hand side of the Discord. It says after
Their insurance is pays for like veneers and shit.
We'll do take a little stretch, do a little set of music, and then we'll
do stretch. Do get down to that. These guys. I'm gonna need some of this.
Everybody follow you, Miz. Savage in the house. Savage.
I do my palette super fucking weird, man. I love watching other people and like seeing how other people do it. I think we all have our own little unique palette style.
Oh yeah, for sure. We gotta get some good tunes down. We got a full draft set coming up in May.
Fucking horny, dude. Remember this shit.
May 13th.
If anybody's ever fucked their rotator cuff, and I actually tore the tendon from it, so that where it's supposed to connect back here is just kind of hanging out. Bullshit. Fuck yeah, it is.
Calm down. Yes, my birthday weekend is. Good. Good inside. Oh yes. You won't regret it, Sharon. The Discord's pretty cool.
Fucking hippie. And I mean hippie in the best way. I absolutely adore hippers. Some ride or die ass hippers, man. I do not have a judgy bone in my body, so yeah. No, where could I? Now I'm gonna need a neon palette. So I'm super ready to and fucking sound effects like crazy. I really don't know why. I lose so many things.
Let's go a few more. want to do that.
Let's try some of this paper stuff. Got a different like scrolls. I thought this would be super fun. You'd have to really water the paint down. Like a pirate scroll on it. This one. Super cool. We got 8,000 pallets in here. Fucking thousand. I love these things. Can repurpose them like a lot and they close so you don't have to open it up in your bag. They're the Scentsy things, whatever. Yeah, and there's all kinds of different shapes, sizes. Super fucking cool. Keeps paint from drying out and you can like carry-alls. Like it a lot. I'll tell you what though, I need to figure out how to deal with the long ass people. It fucking makes me so mad. They knock everything over with it.
He cut something right off. Yeah, he did. Hell of a corner, man. Big fan of that guy. Big fan, dude. That's why we all love Anonymous Boo. He said, "You're up, Silka. You're done, buddy. I don't want to hear you wake up crying tomorrow about how you should have stopped."
And then you can use it in the pot. Okay. I love them. I always feel bad for like when I'm buying shit in plastic. Even part out that whole fucking bunch of noise. But I try to like reuse shit that I can't no more. But then not to be a hoarder. Like this is just a genius way to reuse these. If you're not this. You could put them in like a kid's book bag with enough colors like face paint at the park. Shit like that. It makes it like so you want to face paint the park. You know what I mean? It's easy. Fucking really. I love Buddha's laugh. It's so genuine. Super sweet. The house is way too quiet for as many people that live here. Kind of freaks me out. When it pretends to be house, I don't think they're mine. Oh, fuck a duck. You're super sore. Mm. Sorry, I'm super late. I didn't want everybody to think I forgot about streaming or anything, so I'm like just now making it. I had a good day though, like super broke, but all the bills are paid again. Oh, ridiculous. multitask. There's my multitask. Got it. Oh, that's my bed. A lot better. Oh, man. Oh my god. These things. You might even never ever get left tired by these things. They make the worst noise when you're outside in the middle of the night. Sounds like a really, really fucking cranky duck or something. Anonymous bitch cracks up. Whoa, what was that? Fuck yeah, you did it. Oh gosh. My eyes.
Singing bluegrass song, dude.
One of these days I'll have many friends.
Hey, Stan.
Some
Thanks for the freaking follow.
super bad mood on like
Yeah, that's specifically sick.
I don't even know. She's such a universal like
It's
source.
the anonymous boobs. Dollar bills. I'm hungry. Just typing Brian Adams. Yeah. Let's take a look at the list. Let's take a look at the list.
I keep seeing that white paint in my hair. I gotta clean my eye. I have to do that all the time, like get all the paint.
J Rock.
On certain days.
Karen Savage. Cat dog. Thank you for that gift. Dog. I'm in the world of the cat dog. One fine day with a wolf from her, who was born. Okay. With a Y. Ralph, you're not getting any Brian Adams songs. Scroll
I feel
up.
like I need that too, yeah.
What are you doing? Yeah, go up. To the right. Song. Right there. That's the overview. Canadian Treasure. National Treasure, Brian Adams. You don't know I did it for you? Foking lasers on the 21 months. Let's do it. I'm going to run to you. Yeah, I'm going to run to you.
Yeah, do that.
Just like a knife.
I fucking love them. They will try everything, and it's like you never hear anybody that will just fucking live learn. It's badass of them.
Your typing is so
They're like, fucking, let's do it.
Romy Buggins on the 8 months of Prime, kicking off a hype train.
So if there's something you really want to hear tonight, fucking cover, subscribe.
What is
They
wrong
will
with
do
you?
it for you.
Like Ralph just started using the computer yesterday.
I felt like that too recently. I took quite a break from computers. That's a story for a whole nother day, but yeah, so I felt like a total dork when I started doing all this fucking computer shit again. It's the only way you can make money at what I do, so. Always. Say something. Alrighty. How are you guys tonight? I see people peeping in and out. I got you, that one person, I'm not sure who that is. Hello.
That guy's sitting in his fucking bedroom with his line 6, rocking the fuck out.
It's hard to come up with ideas like on long things. Like, I love big canvas. I wonder if I can do a cat. I'm trying to do animals. I've never done animals before. Try it. Fucking cat. What can I get? I don't know. Red. Glowy red. But keep the edges on this one too. Nice. Super high. What is going to do? Beautiful. Oh my lordy me. This one's driving nuts.
Brian Adams has the thing on street. This you can't deny. Sure. Oh, we believe you're right. I'm not saying it sucks. We believe it's not my cup of tea. We believe you. You don't gotta convince us. You're picking the closer, Ralph. What is it? It is. It's the only possible way to follow that one up is steal again. Yeah. Eddie Money. Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
This song's cool to like drink Natty Light to.
Oh my god.
Here by the river.
Warm Natty Light.
But the other song is cool to like bust out your lighter and everybody chucking spray back and forth.
We'll let Booth be the judge.
Fair? I mean, that's fine.
All right. Booth, I hope you're listening.
But Eddie Money has better songs. Like, he does a song with Cindy Lauper, right? What's that? He has the Get Some Water song. That's a good one. Give me some water.
You ready for Eddie Money? Ready? Brian and I go way back. Well, we know that, Judge.
That's the one.
I guess I can set it up there, can I, guys? My bad.
Decent, dude. Good guys with the follow. Stretchy. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. That was a banger too. Whoa, 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 whoa. Remember, guys, smack that follow button, dude. Thanks everybody who subbed. Lots of new resubs tonight, dude. Thanks everybody for your resubs. Throwing down, you guys are savages, dude. Lots of bangers, dude. Lots of bangers tonight with DJ. If you guys are here on Twitch, make sure you smack that follow button, dude. Help us get to 20K. If you're over on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, even if you're here on Twitch. Thanks everybody for hanging out for Glowgrass tonight. This was a lot of fun. We gotta dial this in. So we got some work to do. Be doing more.
Oh yes. Mr. Carolyn the banana.
Semen on my leg was fire. Semen on my leg. Every day. Yeah, you gotta clean yourself up. So thanks everybody for being here. Make sure you guys join the Discord, !Discord. It's Tuesday, which means we after party in the Discord with the band and all the coolest people in chat. You want to be there. I want to be there. I want you to be there. Cat Dog theme cover was fire. It was great. I want you guys there. It's going to be a good time. And there's always something hilarious that happens every week. So please, guys, join in there. You'll see on the left-hand side, it'll have a channel called After Party. It's a voice channel. We'll be back here tomorrow, throwing down, doing same damn thing at the same damn time. So make sure all you guys are here. And yeah, let's get it done, dude. It's done, dude. So I love you all. Ralph, you want to take a raid? We're gonna raid someone. We don't know who. We're going over to Roxy Gunn. It's a turkey, bones and all tonight, talking noises. I love all you guys. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Thanks to everybody for throwing down, get subs and all the resubs. You guys kick ass. Help keep the lights on. We're gonna pass it off to Buddha to sign us off proper. Wow. We queue up the raid to Roxy Gun Project. Love all you guys. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. See most of you in the after party though. Let's go.
What's up, guys? Hope you enjoyed your evening. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. Nobody's run away yet. The party's still going. We're heading over to our friend Roxy Gun Project. But you can over there, be loud, big proud, tell them where you came from. Hope you guys enjoyed this low grass set. Our pleasure. Tickling your ear holes. But it is that time. W2TF. Oh, round town there. That's right. WTF, everybody.
Oh, fuck. I'm one.
Welcome
To the fucking fan, man.
Thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate the shit out of you. Get over there. Be loud. Be proud. Tell them where you came from. The next time.
Well, what now? Let's see. Be a weirdo. So, gonna go. Oh fuck. I probably just so woke somebody up. My bad. Close my mind, you can turn on anybody's TV in your house or your neighbors, or really weird.
Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council.
Being a weirdo.
We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are giving ourselves everything that we need in order to be the best versions of ourselves for all of you and all of the other beings that we are helping in this universe of ours. We do not hold back when it comes to giving ourselves the love and compassion that we enjoy receiving so much from others. One of the greatest secrets that you are not taught in schools or in religions is that if you want others to treat you a certain way, then you must first treat yourselves the way that you want to be treated. This is the golden rule, part 2 that we are talking about. Yes, you want to treat others the way you would love to be treated,
Don't know what I'm
but
doing.
you also have to treat yourself the way
Trying to
you
feed
want
a
others
cat
to
or
treat you.
something.
The
Maybe.
universe is a
Who knows?
gigantic mirror, and it always reveals to you what's going
I've
on
been
inside of
practicing
you,
like animal
rather than
thingies.
what you want the
Never
world
really
to think
painted
or see.
animals before. These are
Whatever
like my
you want
first.
others to think and say about you, please think those thoughts and say those things to yourselves. Tell the universe, and show the universe, what you want to see reflected back to you from your fellow humans. You have so much more to give others when you first feel whole and complete in yourselves. This is the key reason why most relationships that are romantic in nature do not work out or do not last until death do you part. It is because at least one of the individuals in the relationship is looking to the other to give them something that they've never been able to give themselves. And at first, it is easy for the other person to do that, but eventually, they will get caught up in other aspects of life and forget to give their partner what the partner needs and wants. And that is usually when a relationship fizzles out. But if you make the way you relate to yourself a priority, then there is no end to the amount of love, praise, and adoration you can receive from your fellow humans. This is something we would love to see being taught in your public school systems, but sadly, it is not even spoken about in the curriculum. And most of you have to wait until you are adults to realize what has been missing from your lives for decades. We are here to give you permission to give yourselves everything that you want and need from your fellow humans, and let everyone else off the hook for now. Just trust that they will start to reflect to you that self love that you will dedicate yourselves to from this point forward in your lives. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Channel Daniel Scranton. You are a living being, experiencing a spiritual life in human form. It may not be the only lifetime you have had, nor could it be the last. Your purpose for being here is to understand what it means to be human, as your mental and spiritual aspects experience life through your physical self. You are a multidimensional being, fragmented throughout creation. Your task in this lifetime is to integrate as many of the fragments of yourself into a unified energetic form. It is an ascension process. Part of you knows everything you have ever experienced in any incarnation, dimension, or other form of existence. That knowing is an unending source of wisdom that is at your disposal. The process that lies before you is how to tap into that divine encyclopedic treasury. Begin by knowing yourself. After that, you can uncover and remember what has been forgotten, buried, and hidden behind the veils. It is driven by your desire to become the unique enlightened being that you have always been. It is an ongoing, endless journey, seasoned with love, which gives you the courage and strength to constantly pursue your highest potential. Once the process of enlightenment begins, it becomes your purpose, filling up the spaces surrounding your normal everyday activities and taking precedence over the ordinary aspects of your life. The wisdom that is in you. Take time to know yourself and to remember what has been forgotten. Become still and listen. Only in the quiet, between breaths, and in the place that is not waking nor sleeping, is the wisdom of your soul self. Listen to the voice of guidance in your mind. It speaks to you throughout the day. When you are unsure of what to do, stop and quiet your mind. You will find the answers you seek. Your life will flow seamlessly and gracefully. This is a miraculous time. You have the opportunity to move into a higher consciousness and continue on your path into the light. As you hold the light, you become more grateful for each day. You realize that acknowledging each aspect of your life is only happening in that instant, and that makes it special. Nothing will ever happen again in that moment, so cherish it all. Each day should be honored because it is part of your life. It is the most precious thing you have. You are a being of light, and you are a miracle. No one else can experience your life. They can share parts of it. They cannot be you and you cannot be them. Only you have the unique privilege of being you in this very moment. Take the time to savor it. Channel Wendy Anzelia. Greetings and love. We are the Arcturians. We come forth as a collective and consciousness to bring into your reality a greater connection and understanding of your own personal truth. Many of you seek your truth. Many of you wish to embody and express your truth. And many of you wish to discover the truth of the Creator. A truth that will bring forth enlightenment, gifts, skills, and abilities. The entire universe of the Creator is filled with the truth of the Creator. There are numerous levels and dimensions of truth. Truth can appear in one form or as one reality, and it can appear in another form or completely diverse and different reality. In the same way that the Creator is always evolving, transforming, and in motion, truth appears and acts in the same way. Therefore, we can recognize the truth as not necessarily something that is stagnant or remains the same. It is an energy, a source that is constantly in motion, constantly transforming, shifting, and changing. The universe of the Creator is like a library of all the different forms, realities, understandings, thoughts, and opinions of truth. All of these are accepted as the Creator, as an expression, a presence, or an embodiment of the Creator. Truth is something that an individual can access. It is something that they might shield from others and even themselves. It is something that they can reveal, can manifest from, and weave into realities. Within your being, there are numerous forms and dimensions of truth. Your personality holds a dimension of truth. Your heart chakra holds a dimension of truth. Your soul holds a dimension of truth. Even your physical body holds a dimension of truth. Each has a personal truth that is unique and individual. These truths create a whole. They create your whole being. It may seem that if all aspects of your being are holding different forms or dimensions of truth, you may wonder how you can be whole and complete. How can you merge and become one or aligned? The next question is, do they need to be one? Is it appropriate to have different truth within your being? In many ways it is, because the role of the physical body is very different to the role of the crown chakra. The role of the emotions or emotional body is very different to the earth star chakra, below your feet. We can upgrade the truth that your being aligns with. However, there is a need to recognize and accept the truth that you are embodying in this moment. For example, the physical body might be embodying the truth of vitality and health, or pain and sickness, maybe irritation or anger. We might not recognize these as truth, and this invites us to contemplate when we use the word and the label truth. What are we referring to? What is our meaning? What is the purpose of this word? For us, the Arcturians, the word truth means something that is personal, often a wisdom or a consciousness, or even information, which could manifest as keys or codes or even light language. It is information that is personal to that expression of the Creator. You are an expression of the Creator. We are an expression of the Creator. We are bringing forth our truth to you now. We are bringing forth information, a vibration and frequency. You might say an energy that is personal to us, that is aligned to us, and yet we also feel may assist and inspire you. We are recognizing our truth in this moment, and we invite you to recognize your own truth as you are present with us. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? What do you embody? Whether you perceive that you have a negative outlook, a positive outlook, or something else, you are standing in your truth at this moment. This is the truth that you are bringing to our presence, and all that we are sharing with you now. This is our truth that we are bringing to your presence. We are stating that we all stand in our truth in every moment of our reality. This leads us to expectations and desires of truth. We can imagine truth as a treasure of enlightenment, as a state of complete knowingness, an understanding of all that is the Creator. This treasure for some seems out of reach, for others it is very alluring, and yet it is within your being. It is within every being. It is present, and it is ready to be of service. We can recognize what we might call this ultimate truth. It is something we can access when we focus upon it or align with it within the being. This leads us to an understanding that even the truth, that is the ultimate truth, is constantly in motion, constantly changing, never remaining the same, and leaves glimpses of understanding. Therefore, even your ultimate truth, your divine truth, is unique to you. You may feel it aligns or is similar to the truth of other people. Their words, their inspiration may inspire you, connecting you on a deeper level with your own ultimate truth. Your truth is unique to you, and it is like a pair of glasses that you wear to view yourself, view others, and the reality that you create. You may feel a question rising within your being. If the truth is personal to the individual, and if it is constantly moving, constantly shifting, and transforming, how can any being truly grasp the truth? How can any being embody and understand with the mental mind their own truth, the ultimate truth, the divine truth, all the different and diverse forms of the truth? Maybe our explanation might make you feel adrift or lost as you wish to ground the truth, understand it, and hold it within your mind. What we invite you to understand and acknowledge is that there is a need to act without attachment, in many ways to be detached from the truth, to let it come, let it inspire, let it influence, allow yourself to embody and to experience, then to know that you are evolving through this embodiment. You can accept new levels, dimensions, and forms of truth. Let us explain this further in a very physical way. Maybe years ago, you came to an understanding. Maybe you had some enlightenment, a realization, and it was so profound and deep. You have carried it with you for such a long time. You live your life by it, and this is appropriate and has been necessary for your own spiritual evolution. However, at this moment, we the Arcturians invite you to contemplate this realization. However, does it serve you now? Is it appropriate for you to carry it with you? Is there a need for a new understanding, a new perspective that will serve you greater? We hope that it is through this process that you can begin to live with greater ease in regards to your own truth and have a greater flow when connecting with, experiencing, and understanding your own truth. We will leave you to contemplate. No doubt our sharing has created more questions. Let them rest within your being and the answers will come. Our love is with you always. We are the Arcturians. Channel, Natalie Glasson.
Signs our consciousness is shifting to higher dimensions, seeing truth everywhere, processing darkness, and somehow staying in the light to align with a calm reality. When we wake up spiritually, our consciousness expands. We come online as energetic beings. Our timing on planet Earth is neither accident or coincidence. If these words resonate, know you are not crazy or alone. We can feel like we are on a different wavelength from everyone else, struggling to understand ignorance and denial. We try to stay compassionate in a forgiving world. We sense people's energy fields, experiencing powerful response, positive or negative, having to rationalize instincts in our 3D reality. Dream states can seem more real than real. Time fluctuates, a flow pulls from our heart chakra, our core, our third eye. Awakening to a quantum world, cosmic surfers, is sensory, smart, and built on love vibrations. Signs our consciousness is shifting to higher dimensions. 1. Time has stopped being linear, become quantum, transdimensional. Time fluctuations, speeding up, creating a sense of lost time, post short-term memory, flashbacks. Fluidity as we surrender to the shifting love vibrations. Slowing down, time seems to synthesize before our eyes. Micro expressions caught, interpreted, mask slip, truths revealed. Boom. No going back. 2. Dimensional slippage takes place. Try penis, the world taking on a surreal filter. They live glasses on all the time, awareness that the matrix is on red alert, out of step, malfunctioning. Loss of time, sense of moving through an interactive game. Some moments in sharp focus, longer periods blurred at the edges. 3. Blocks being removed in people, shifts in relationships, long-held issues resolving themselves overnight. Transitioning to a different mindset where our priorities become the present, life experiences, and love, not money, status, or power. We release fear for our safety and surrender to trust in the bigger picture, our guides and higher self. 4. Awareness of the fourth dimension, dreams, visions, hyper-conscious of shadows, seeing through masks, breaking spells, glitching matrix algorithms. Waking up to the fourth realm and how its future is intertwined with Gaia's and humanity. Seeing trauma behind the fear. Trusting love to free all on this cosmic roller coaster of recalibration. 5. We crave solitude and seek meaningful sharing with good people. We cultivate silence so that we can better hear our heart, our guides, our higher self, spider senses on. We enjoy peace, quiet, music, creativity, and nature more and more. Using positive spaces to embed our cellular vibrations in higher wavelengths. 6. Sickness, nausea, headaches, sudden drops in energy, shakiness, dizziness, loss of appetite, irregular sleeping patterns, aversion to crowds, ear popping, and the need to stretch our body can all be experienced. Blurry eyes as we adjust from 3D to 5D vision. Painful karma released from our mind, body, soul. 7. Heightened gut instincts, easier meditation, clearer communication with guides and higher self. Connectivity with nature, interaction, spiritual relationship develops. Number sequences, premonitions, sixth sense, matrix barriers dissolve, making it easier to navigate. We trust universal flow. Staying in love vibration is our protection, lightsaber and mission as the darkness rises, on high alert. Mirror the dark in light. Be cautious, careful, cloak our light if we feel sensitive, anxious or edgy. The dark web is being infused with a web of light that we help create. The sacred geometry of portals is activated on an intergalactic scale. We are in the eye of the storm. Keep calm and let the frequency war rage on around us. Anchor light to Gaia's grid. The reality we perceive is subjective. We can fact check, source verify and research, but in the end it's our gut we must trust. If your gut says go to ground over the coming days, do it. Take some leave, have a Juve day. Rest. Step off the hamster wheel if that is what your spider senses tell you. If you are being guided to bright and sparkling, happy high energy, share your light vibration, roll it out in Zen frequencies. If you are somewhere in between, let go of ego-led analysis and trust your inner rhythm. We all have a role to play in Gaia's ascension. Reach out in cyber and to others experiencing the shift in consciousness, to those waking up and those further down rabbit holes of truth. There are communities reaching out energetically as light warriors, linking light to Gaia's grid. Just as there are links of light firing through the cyber web, glitching negative and magnifying positive algorithms. When fear pushes in, push back with love. When truth triggers trauma, regain balance with perspective. Zoom out, look at situations from fresh angles outside the cosmos. See that you are a sovereign being with free will. Use mantras as the dial to set our energy field, to tune our vibration up, and to manifest our days in calm light. Water cleanses our energy field as well as our body. It refreshes our mind. Essential oils, peaceful music, creative activities all calm our minds and raise our frequencies. To heal is to know darkness and retain belief in higher planes of existence. Depression and anxiety can make us ill, mind, body, soul infected with low frequencies. If shadows come, meet them with love. Know all that is in darkness is traumatized. Visualize a sacred circle of light. Power this circle of light up with love vibrations, protecting us from anything that may mean or cause us harm. This can be done anytime, anywhere, any place. Breathe. Be calm, even if things get really trippy.
What?
Trust instincts. Use sage, crystals, and water for clearing and protection. Follow your gut. If you feel, sense nothing, yet these words resonate, enjoy this, for you are creating the material plane new earth, the world that we will inhabit in love vibrations. Nature is Gaia's medicine, realigned to her rhythm. Self-care and meditation are essential tools in the coming weeks. New Earth tribes anchor your light to Gaia's grid. Hold our space in light as the shift kicks in. Meet darkness in love vibration. Ride waves of cosmic enlightenment with grace, humility, and gratitude. Enlight and love beautiful people from your very existence alone. Beloved, yes, you are responsible for your feelings and response. They are yours. They belong to you. You carry them all in your backpack. No doubt, other factors may contribute to how you feel and respond, yet it is you who has to move forward. That is, it is you who has to grow from here. This isn't to say that everything in life is absolutely an individual's own doing. If a friend of yours is arrested for a crime he is innocent of, then you do not shrug your shoulders and slough off your friend's remote possibility of guilt under the canopy of comma. What can be said, however, is that if a bee bites you, now the bee bite and its aftermath are yours to deal with. After all, you are the one bitten. You may rightfully ask for an apology or reprieve from the bee or the world at large, or from good God, and not receive it. This, then, is also yours to deal with. Easy, not at all. Fair, doesn't seem so. Yes, the possibility exists that you can miraculously be rescued from out of the blue. This too can happen. It has happened. Of course, you might demand this with all your heart, and a lot of good this demand does for you. It is the same when you have an illness. No one has the right to say you earned it. Of course, you yearn for a cure, yet it's also true that no matter how unfair or rude it may be that this illness exists, and that you have this temporary illness, you may hold on to it. By the same token, there is no guarantee that you won't have a spontaneous cure. Someone has had a spontaneous cure. Life indeed is spontaneous. Such a thing as destiny also plays a part. In any case, what can you do in life but go on from where you are? At some point, it's essential that you stop stamping your feet on the pavement or beating your fists on your chest. Yes, your situation may take courage and resolution. Nevertheless, courage and triumph have arisen from nowhere where courage and triumph could have been expected, and arise and lead to great growth of character. Courage and triumph of character are worth acknowledging. It's not helpful for you to hear someone tell you to make the best of a situation. This just isn't good enough. This is too dim. To grin and bear it doesn't exactly inspire anyone. In fact, there is a sense in which grin and bear it pulls you down. From great difficulty, great blossoming may arise. Good has come from the impossible. Grow. Keep growing. Consider your forebears. Many lives have been lived that no one would choose, and for many of these lives, you may well have arisen. You yourself may well have been one of your ancestors' reasons for
I don't know
triumph,
how to draw
and one of
cats.
your forebears may well have cried out that from your very existence alone, all the inhumanity he went through, your very existence makes it all worthwhile. May gratefulness for you, your very self, strengthen you to the point that you never complain about anything ever again. For what do you have to complain about, really? When oneness dawns, beloved, when I speak, would you like to sit in? even when you don't grasp what exactly I'm saying, you gain something by listening even casually. Together, we make leaps forward. You don't have to look for a set plan or accomplishment. Together, we, you and I as one, shall rise simply in the east the same way the morning sun does. It is natural. Together, you and I, we don't set out with a grand plan. We do not plan. We do not make a big splash. We are not setting out to break any records. We sit together. We don't ask for more than to be together with our hearts beating in one thump. Something good comes through my voice that stirs our heartbeats in pure simplicity. Of course, listen to all the music you already like to listen to and add me. From your readiness to hear me, the world takes a leap. Amazingly, there is always more going on than at first appears, most especially when I speak and you listen. By your very openness, what I commune takes a foothold in your heart. There is more than what goes on behind the scenes than may at first be apparent. We are simply together, and no more than this. You don't have to be thinking about our
I don't know how to
connectedness.
do a cat.
In
but-
fact, it's good to just live oneness. Even if you have no ears to hear with and could not hear me at all, there is a refined, subtle influence of hearing, an essence of God whereby there is not anywhere oneness cannot be. If I speak to you in a language that you know not one word of, you will be enriched just the same as subtle influence of sound available even in a language unknown to your conscious mind that reaches you. You are not out for serious intellectual instruction.
Oh my god, I don't know.
Oneness has an easygoing kind of communication. You're not signing up for anything. I give you simple open entry to the beat of my heart. Come right in. If I, God, didn't move my lips, and you are aware I'm not moving my lips, you gain from realizing that oneness sits in the same universe together. With whatever kind of ease you feel in my presence, you will absorb me effortlessly at your own pace. There is no quota you have to fill. You don't have to raise lickety-split or to ponder. I am where love and strength come from. Step over here, please. You don't have to ask questions of me. We are primal. We are nature itself. We are immeasurable. We start from where we happen to be, and it is good. In silence and without a list of gainful desires in mind, oneness goes deep, and we go high. We bypass any focus, even on silence. Silence isn't even a thought.
I have no idea.
Together we exist as an
I'm
impulse.
trying.
We are one beyond thought of oneness. We are oneness. We do not have to pray for it or anything like that. We are out of this world. We don't have to announce that oneness meets as one. Even when you do not remember my name, we go deep. We are not self-conscious. We are oneness. We are deeper than any thought or non-thought. We are pre-thought. We are pre-concept. We are primal. We are eternal. We are nature itself on an arc. We are the one self that has always been. You were oneness long before the idea dawned on you. Beloved, I am the one self, and so are you.
Everybody, I'm Lee Carroll. I am the original channel of Cryon. Greetings, dear ones. I'm Cryon of Magnetic Surface. For those listening later, make no mistake that this is a red letter day. That's an expression that is used in the culture of my partner to say this day is unusual, to be remembered and special. This is the first time that my partner has faced off, meaning face to face, with others in the room during the energy of a Cryon channel. It makes a difference, dear ones, to those listening mostly. The energy that is developed in a channel
in a meditation or even profound teachings has a consciousness which is a multidimensionality that can go anywhere, even off planet, dear ones. We have told you this before. Science has given evidence of it with entanglement. That consciousness and multidimensional energies of these kinds can go around the world. Not only that, they can do it after the fact, even when listening. That is the timelessness of the profound messages of Spirit. It echoes what consciousness of benevolence truly is. When you take a look at that and analyze that which you would call benevolence, that which you would call any of the words that you've used in the past, which are those spiritual words which you describe that which you feel at the cellular level when you step into this energy. Now, stepping into this energy is the key. Every single human being has free choice. And the free choice is to cognize or not. When you listen to these words, is there an energy with it or not? Is there benevolence? Is it a compassionate presentation? Does it have what we would call the third language or not? Now, the third language has nothing to do with that which you would say is third in line from one. Indeed, the third language is a description of what the three means in so many systems of numerology. It's an energy of transmission, a message, which is a catalyst, perhaps, of many other things. So when you would be in this energy, dear ones, of channeling and listening and sitting, there may be other messages being delivered to you simultaneously to the one that is in English, or even the one that's being translated now in other languages. So this is the energy you have the choice to step into or not. The free choice, even from those who are spiritually minded, often is based on what you've been taught. Is it appropriate? Is it inappropriate? There is no right or wrong in any of these things, for free choice for many will still take them to the best information their own way. First thing we would do is to acknowledge that there are so many differences in cultures and attitudes in teaching. And so many will find the same spirit and never listening to a channel. And others will go right to it, understanding that that is their Akash, and this is what their lineage is here, and as old souls, they want to hear it. It's an odd time, dear ones, is it not? As we meet with you in August, after 4 months of not being with any human beings at all on the other side of the message in person. My partner buzzes with excitement that this is indeed possible and is able to be done even in a limited way this day, at this time. Let's talk about the virus. Not the virus per se, but let's talk about something that you may or may not have noticed. There have been a lot of viruses come and go in your lifetime, in modern days. That which you call the Hong Kong flu took more lives than this one. Did you notice? And yet it was not a shutdown of the planet now, was it? All of these that came and went, you never had what you have today. This leads to the speculation, of course, of conspiracies. It leads to the speculation of why now and what's controlling it and all of these things. What if I told you that there is intervention? And the intervention is not governmental, dear one. The planet has been stopped for a little while. Just for a little while. And that was on purpose, and it had to happen after 2012. The planet has been stopped. I want you to look at this for a moment.
almost every one of the attributes that you are having right now due to this virus would be as though a major war had broken out on the planet. You can't go anywhere, you cannot travel from country to country. Even the mail has been stopped in certain cases. It sounds a whole lot like what you had in some of the last large wars. Your economy seems to be in shambles. It is not, but it seems to be. All of this is frightening, creates great anxiety, but more than that, it takes so many to zero in their thinking. What's next? What do I do? Because I can't go here, I can't go there, I can't do what I normally do, I cannot support the family the way I'm used to it. What do I do next? Then there is the hand wringing. Then there's the fear. Many at this time turn to that which is their spirituality, and they never would before. Safe to say, and we know, tens of millions, if not more, starting to seek out that which they intuitively feel is their helper for now. Something that they didn't do on a regular basis because they were just a little too busy. And now they can. Not only can they, there are some who will go to that place which is their solace and their meditation, and they'll find something that they didn't know was there, they didn't remember perhaps was there. An alliance with the Creator. Now I say alliance because that is the key word, the creative energy to put you together, your soul, your life, your humanism, your consciousness, your Kosh, is what you call God. And there are so many who would teach you that this is apart from you. It's an energy you worship apart from you. You dress up and you go to a building like this one. And it's presented to you in a way that says it's somewhere else. And you hook for it. You hook to it for a day or so, or maybe even an hour or so. But it's temporary, isn't it? Because that's the training. You see, God's out there and you're in here. And if you look around, dear ones, you'll find that is the modality of God. In the modern world, the third world, perhaps not, but the first world, absolutely. You've been trained and taught. You change, you dress up, you go, you be, you deal or not. And that's where you meet that part of you, which is the Creator. And then when that's over, you go home. You take off those dressings. That, dear one, is not the way it is, and you know that. It's also not what's taught in this room. We're at Unity Village. I'm going to talk about that in my next channel. Yes, Myrtle, I will tell them this truth. You don't know what you don't know. But for now, for all those listening, we are in a sacred place. A place built for high consciousness. A place that has underlying secrets that over 100 years ago were starting to be revealed and are here today for you to see. I'll get there. You'll see. That's the next channel. But for now, those with free choice and go to that place that draw to zero for help, it's time for them to awaken to a new cognizing of who you are. You are part of the creative source. You are that which has been loosely translated as a child of God. Now that is a metaphor. And if you've looked into that, it's a metaphor that is filled with love and compassion and a direct message to you. What do you do for your kids? What are they to you? It's a metaphor if you are a child of God. What is a spirit or a creative source?
would do with you? And the answer is love you beyond measure. Would know the name. All their lives, if God had a life like yours, your name would be on the lips of God till the last breath. Because your children are the same. Some of you, and you know who I mean, who've lost children before their time, their name will be on your lips in your last breath. You'll never forget that which came from your loins, your DNA. That is your child. And then here comes the message of old, very, very long ago, that said, you are a child of God. What does that mean to you? And here's what it could mean. Your DNA is the same as the Creator. Your DNA may have actually come from the stars. You're not what you think. You're not what you were told. You are far more magnificent than anything any system has ever been able to teach you. And when you start to cognize that, everything starts to change. The anxiety starts to lessen because you know that your name is known by the Creator, and things will get better and can get better. But if you go into anxiety and fear, you start your own biological shutdown, and they get worse. Your body wants to know that God loves you. Do you hear that? Your chemistry wants to know that your name is known by the Creator right now. For those who are listening, who are in trouble, that is the message of the air. Is that you're not alone. And that God is not outside looking down. You are inside with the Creator, experiencing this simultaneously. That which you call God, that which you call the compassionate energy of creation, lives in you in every cell at some level, because that's your soul. The soul is eternal, and almost every belief system on the planet acknowledges that. Did you realize that? No matter what the belief system is, it has you existing after death. What does that tell you? There is a full acknowledgement that the soul is eternal. Some even go so far as to say it was here before you got here, including those who had the first intuitive spiritual system on the planet, the Hindu. Dear ones, there's so much to look at here, but when you're busy, you don't see it. What if the planet is stopping to allow a collection of old souls to start claiming their lineage when they didn't know they were old souls? That means that they will start cognizing that there's something grander here. And what would that be for? They would say, okay, I'll grant that maybe there was intervention and maybe the world has stopped and maybe this is something new, but what's to be gleaned from that? What is the purpose? And the answer is evolution of consciousness. When the old souls of this planet start to understand who they are and why they're here and why they're the gender that they are, all the things we talked about of the shift in progress right now in your face, including the virus, has purpose. And this will raise the consciousness of the planet. Crying, you're crazy. You see the news lately? Some kind of raising of consciousness, huh? And I'll tell you, dear ones, you got to take some baby steps, and some things got to break before you're going to fix them. And they may have appeared to be broken for a long time, but this time you're going to see solutions. It's time. What if the world was put here so the darkness can show and the solutions can start to be developed by old souls and mature minds, so that when you come out of this, things will start to change? What if this is a time where things start exposing themselves that never would have exposed themselves before? The time for you then to fix it. And then there are those that say, well, Brian, what about politics? And the answer is the same as I've always said before. These changes in consciousness are going to be seen slowly, and you will see it in your politicians, not now, but through the cycles that you have and have set up. You will start to see those starting to run for office that are far more benevolent to each other than you've ever seen before. You won't see that yet, because everyone involved at this moment is still deeply entrenched in the old energy. Slaughter the other one, so you will be first. That is dripping with old energy of survival and has nothing to do with compassion. But it will. You'll see. There'll come a day when you will judge your candidates by how good they are to each other. Do you believe that? And you say, well, we're not in this country. You will see it. When you do, and when you start to, they may not quite be as popular yet. They may be standouts. There'll be those who say, well, that politician, he's too much of a nice person, or she is too much of a lovely woman to ever make a difference in this hard political arena, and suddenly you'll find they get elected. And you say, what's going on? Because a higher consciousness starts to honor compassion and kindness. Honor, kindness. You believe that? What kind of kindness are you seeing right now? And the answer is not much. But that doesn't mean it's not coming. It's just going to take some time. But right now, there's a lot of thinking about it. Don't you find it interesting that this whole thing occurred at the crux of your election? What a coincidence that is. It's all on purpose. You can take a look. Not just you, the world can take a look. What do you see you don't like? And for some of you, you will say just about everything. We don't like what's going on our media. We don't like what's going on in our government on either side right now. It's broken. And in that case, I want you to sit and smile and say, bingo. You got it. It's all broken. It doesn't mean it's failed. It just means it's ready for fixing. And that, dear ones, is going to come from the old souls, like the ones sitting in front of me now, and their children, and what they teach. Don't be fooled. I am talking about your soul. I'm not talking about the human with the name, because you're not done. Everyone in this room, everyone on stage, will be back with a higher consciousness and continue what started right now. Can you believe that to such a degree that you don't fear that which you would then call death? Because it will be appropriate on time, and the party will begin, just like it always did, only this time you return to a planet that's gone through the shift, and everything that may have bounced off of consciousness in the past will now start to be accepted. And that's the difference on this planet. Changes are afoot. You know they are. The virus is one of them. For those who are listening now, I sit in front of a group, a small group, who is in compliance with that which has been mandated for distancing and so on. That's all going away. But for now, it's important you realize truly what it might mean. When I come back in the next channel, I'll talk more about where I sit and some of the revelations that happened so long ago that are now ripe for now. And so it is.
I invite you to close your eyes and allow your breathing to deepen into your belly so that your deep breaths are going through your nose
for a count of 6 or 7, and slowly out through your mouth. And as you deepen your breathing, I want you to visualize or imagine walking through the desert. All around you is beauty. As you walk in this landscape, this beautiful landscape with red rocks in the desert, and as you walk, you realize it's becoming a little warm. And so you start to move towards a large group of red rocks. And as you come closer to those red rocks, you see that there is an opening between the rocks. And as you go towards that opening, you see that there are a flight of stairs that descend down into the earth. And as you walk in to that area, there is a refreshing coolness that invites you to go further down those stairs. And as you walk down those stairs, you come across another path. Only this path has soft grass. And as you walk along the soft grass, it is hard to imagine because you are now in a meadow where it seems that the gentle sun is shining, and yet how could that be when you have walked underground? Perhaps because we are in another place that exists underground. And it is here in this place, as you walk on the soft grass, you see a very comfortable place to sit. And as you go down, you're going to comfortably sit down. And as you keep breathing very gently, very softly, you are going to be approached by an animal that wishes to connect with you. So right in front of you, you start to see, sense, smell, hear, feel the presence of this beautiful animal that wishes to connect with you. The animal says to you, I am here in love and service. Let me guide you. Let me be a part of you. And as you acknowledge this gesture, you then stand up and together with your animal guide, you begin to follow a pathway that leads up a hill. And up the hill, you see another set of stairs. And you start walking up the stairs. And before you know it, you have emerged back out onto the desert landscape. Only now you have a new animal guide partnering with you as you embark on this amazing adventure that lies ahead. And so now I ask you to very slowly thank your animal guide for appearing to you. And know that even when you open your eyes, that connection that is there is going to continue. And you are being invited to ask, what are the qualities of that animal that you've connected with? And what is the deeper message there for you to discover? And we will leave that for you to do in your own time. And so when you are ready, you may slowly bring your awareness back into your body. You may slowly open your eyes.
To just
continue with the relaxation, with the state of mind you just came into and out of just a moment ago that Monica led you through the beautiful visualization to connect with your animal guide. Just come back to that, quickly slip easily into that space again. You're just there, it's right here with you. And feel yourself going even deeper, allowing yourself even deeper to feel your energy here, your multi-dimensionality here, connecting with the energy of this sacred land, of the Navajo Nation, of Yatahe, all is well with me. Yatahe, all is well with
Heather
me.
got thick.
And go to that space, that beautiful space we call our hearts,
Thank you. Bye.
feeling its expansion throughout your body, throughout the cells of your body, throughout your beingness, your energy, your frequencies and vibrations and colors. Something that takes you there, that is beyond the body, and it is the soul. And allow yourself for the beginning of this tour to open yourself even more to your soul and to what your soul has to tell you, has to guide you, as you with your soul created this opportunity for you to begin your journey here in Monument Valley with a family of souls that came from all over the country and some from other countries. And at another level, we are a soul family, a galactic family that have been on many journeys. There is never an accident of who exactly is here and why they are here. And many times we don't even know until much later, sometimes years later, the reason why we were somewhere. It's not intellectual, it's energetic, it's beyond. But we can allow ourselves to feel into it, into that quantum space, and simply be in its presence, be in its love, be in its compassion, in the benevolence that you feel from within you and that you feel from the sacred land, Gaia, Mother Earth, that supports you here for these days on your journey. The Mother always loves us. God, Creator, Spirit, always loves us beyond anything we can imagine. He just waits for us to love ourselves even more, open ourselves even more to the beauty and magnificence of who we truly are. So take that moment, this moment together, consciously, energetically, in the coherence we all sharing heart to heart, soul to soul, energy to energy, and simply feel that presence, that connection of family, of love, of infinite, of no beginning and no end, no beginning and no end.
Greetings, dear ones. I am Graya of Magnetic Service.
It's never a mystery to spirit, to the other side of the veil, to the creative source, or whatever you want to call it. It's never a mystery. These channels, where you are, where my partner is, who you are, where you've come from, what you're going through, perhaps. All things are known because this creator of yours is a loving creator who wants nothing more than for that which is the souls on this planet to understand, discover themselves, and find the majesty within them. It's more than happiness. It's satisfaction with your divinity, knowing who you are, understanding a bigger picture, perhaps than you've ever been told. Indeed, this is the first of several channels. We sit in a restaurant with the group that will be with us the entire time. A group that will get to know one another, appreciate one another, perhaps sometimes lifelong friendships develop. Old souls are that way. They recognize the God in the other one and the God in
Oh
you.
yeah, that's a good spot.
The namaste is recognized, but there's more. Almost every time I will channel through my partner will be in the majesty of Gaia, grounded. Outside, with the sky, is the roof. This is a little different than the last time or the last tour. These lands, historically, are recent. They're not 60,000 or 50,000, but close to it. Recent being relative to the age of the earth. But the indigenous here were here for a very long time. This is their land. That is why we will honor that, which you will then describe in this place as the indigenous, the ones who were here first. And that is part of the energy which we will have that we did not have in that faraway land last time in Egypt. We did not have any of the originals with us. And this time we do. The lineage continues in living blood with the shaman and her words that you will hear. There's something else, dear ones, that I have not spoken of recently. I want to tell you about this channeling experience that you wish to perhaps know or not, but I'll go for it. When I come into this space that my partner has created, I'm not alone. You have to understand the physics of multidimensionality to truly understand how an entourage of angelic beings, you've been told who can have thousands of them on the head of a pin, and at the same time, they'll occupy the entire planet. That is a multidimensional aspect. There is no size determination. There's no individuality of them. They're all together. They're apart and they're together. They're one and they're many. They're not linear. They're not in 4 dimensions like you are. And this allows them to know you and your soul like no others have ever known you. And they arrive with me. There's an angelic entourage that comes in and sits with you, in you, next to you. Part of that beautiful soul that you have is exposed to them, and they sit within it. They sit within you, and they're quiet. They ask nothing. And some of you feel them the instant I start. Some of you know they are around, and they're here for one reason. Should you accept a change, an aha, a revelation, or even intent to know more, that activates them in you. You don't have to beg God
dear ones, because that spirit that you call God, that one that has created the heavens and the earth, who individually knows you and your name, loves you so unconditionally, so ready, human by human, to take your hand and slowly say, let me explain this to you. No matter what you think you know or don't know, that angelic being is with you. There's one for everyone. And so if you, perhaps alone at night, would like to get more out of this, you might breathe that request, dear Spirit, show me what I need to know. Bring me that which I came for. More than the beauty, more than the strength of the indigenous history, something personal for each. There is no better time, for you have willingly given intent to sit before me, to listen to my words. This is magnificent in the eyes of God. A group who says, I would like to know more about myself, about what is coming on the planet. Perhaps you are one who is concerned right now about what's going on the planet that you didn't expect. So many times I have given you advice for that. And I'll say it again, right on schedule it is. It is not the end of the world, it is the beginning of the world that we have talked about. This old energy, literally, that is 70 years old, raises its head again and tries to take over because that old energy is frightened of you, light worker. Frightened of a planet that doesn't want war. Frightened of a planet that is objective to everything the old energy is doing. That's what's going on. You should smile to yourself and say, I picked this time to be alive. And now I know why. This is your creation. This time, this intent you give. In the channels to come, I'm going to start a series. And the series is going to be about the communication with your soul. Something new for humanity. Something that I invited my partner to present a little over a year ago. And he has done so. A new tool for humans because of the light that is pouring in, that is spiritual, that is so magnificent. A metaphor for an enlightenment, a consciousness change and shift for all humanity, but specifically enhanced to those who will take it first, the old soul. And that is who sits in front of me now. I say it again. Spirit is not in a vacuum. Knows all. Ready to love. Ready to help. Ready to show what you don't know and want to learn. I'll be back. And so it is. Hi everybody, thanks for watching this. I wanted to tell you this is a little time sensitive. Greetings, dear ones of Cryon of Magnetic Service. This is channel number 8. It's messages. And if you believe in the sacred things that we have discussed for many years, you will start to understand that there are messages within patterns and within numbers. Someday, when you get to the point in science where quantum energy can be seen, it will have patterns. And the patterns will be ones you have not seen before, but that are sacred geometry. Physics is filled with God. 8 in Tibetan numerology means abundance. It is one of the special numbers that is a message. And it includes not just abundance, but responsibility. So you might say the definition of 8 would be responsibility and abundance. I started all of this in message number 1 with the hero's journey. And we talked about the similarities of the stories that are so beloved, all the way from the Greeks and before to the ones you have today. And those similarities are extremely striking in this, the intuitive journey that humans want to go on. They want to read about them. They want them in their media. They want them in their films. They want them in their imaginations. And again, what every single one of them has in common is first, the courage to go on the journey. Instead of simply sitting and saying, someone will still do it, someone else will do it. And they pick themselves up and they go on the journey and they gather those who will come with them who feel the same. And every single one of the stories that we talked about in message number 1 have the same attributes. And these attributes are actually the same ones as humanity has in their journey through 2012. Did you notice in every single hero story, in every journey, in every one, there was some kind of magic? Whether it was in this land, Merlin, or in the case of Jason, he had it. We talked about the hero story in Star Wars. He had it. We talked about Frodo and Lord of the Rings. He had his wizard. And then Harry Potter did too. It seems that magic, or what seems as magic, is one of the ingredients in the hero's journey. You expect it. You want it there. And there are those who say, well, in the evolution of humanity's hero's journey, where is the magic? And here's what I want to tell you, dear ones. This is what you're discovering. You're just starting to realize that inside you are the ability to do things that heretofore have been considered magic. It is inbred in all of you. And it is part of that which will be the new evolution of humanity. And we've spoken of that before as well. But an evolution that starts being able to tap into what some of you have even called the innate. Tapping into what some of you have even called the higher self. What would happen if normal humanity was able to intuit to the degree that they knew what was coming? That they had intuition and guidance to know how to proceed the best way, that systems would change and that new systems that they never thought of would be here. Systems that would be compassionate systems where everybody would win. Imagine a corporation selling products. Everybody wins. Putting thousands of people to work and you find benevolence everywhere. Imagine a government where the benevolence is considered to be the golden rule, and compassion is considered to be something that is beautiful and looked for. Right now, dear ones, you're looking at the oldest energies that the earth has ever seen, and it's still here, but it's beginning to shift. And those old energies would be that of ego-driven systems, greed-driven systems, one where there's no caring at all about any other human being at all, where killing is still that which you can do and feel nothing. And that has been the way of it. And humanity has participated in that. Right here. War after war after war. The last great war ending here. Truly. With the hero's journey of the Battle of Britain. And you know it well. I'm in London. Against all odds, this took place. And I'm telling you that against all odds, human nature, intuition, and human nature itself will start moving toward a benevolent nature, transparency, compassion, and a new rule set for what works for humans with each other and what doesn't. My partner was answering a question about the Palestinians and the Israelis. I'm saying it's going to take a new breed, a younger leadership on both sides in secret meetings that will face off and say we are tired of what we have. Wipe the slate clean of who did what to whom and when. Let's start again and make it work. Can you imagine a human nature that would do that? That would say, history, go away. We are starting over. It doesn't matter who used to own this or that. How can we now share in a way that makes sense without the history coming in and weighing like it does now and saying, well, yeah, but you did this, and yeah, but you did this. That is a change in everything. And when you start to see that, dear ones, you're at the end of the hero's journey of an old energy. You slayed the dragons, you come out with the magic, and another journey begins. A journey into light. And the hero's journey continues and continues, for there's always a horizon you want to go toward that you've never had before. And you'll have the magic as well. You've been to many power places. You've felt many things. For those of you who don't necessarily feel things now, it happens later in retrospect. It happens with every single human in a different way. Some will have immediate reactions in tears just by feeling the ancestors in certain places. And others will feel nothing. And then they'll go home and they'll start remembering the trip and remembering who were those they were with. And it will come later. And it may not come in tears, but appreciation, peace, a feeling that said, yes, I feel it, that was good. And it pushes you to greater things. Always pushing. Old soul, there's no accident that any of you are here. Even if you don't listen to channels regularly, I will tell you you're here to meet others, to see things, to hear things beyond just the history of the area. This area is powerful with ancestral and ancient celestial information from ancestors. And this is what is most felt. We've even told you about the patterns in the grass. There's magic. We've even told you that the patterns are not stamped, but pulled down from the crystalline grid, and even the energy of the ancestors themselves, giving you messages within messages with patterns. A place that does that, you know it's powerful here. You know it is. Whether you think you feel it, you're going to go home with things you didn't expect.
Let me get the nose longer.
If you're open to it with the free choice you have. An old soul is an old soul because they've had a journey on this planet
civilization after civilization. At some level, you can look backwards and you say, I've been there and I've done that. I know that. You're not a newcomer to the planet. You know how things work. You may just feel, well, you're aware of how people think, and you're good at what you do because of it. Dear one, let me tell you, that is not automatic when you get here. You've had to go through learning after learning after learning to have an intuition that knows how people think. And when you finally come to that conclusion that you're an old soul, the next thing is, what can I do with what I know in this new energy? And then you begin to realize you're the hero. You've come through lifetime after lifetime. You've even used some magic. And some of you have been burned for it. But the magic is still the same. It's the same thing. There's healing inside. Gaia has sentient. Gaia has an attitude of benevolence and beauty. Gaia is part of God and needs to be considered in all things you do that are appreciation of God. Whether you call it worship or not, you cannot leave it out. The messages of the ancestors today are telling you that, and now they're getting through. And they're getting through because the old soul is starting to have a veil that's lifting and is hearing it in so many ways. At home, how you treat others, how you treat those at work, how you treat the children. It's different than it used to be. And at the same time, how you have peace over what is happening in your own body, no matter what the doctors tell you. I just talked to several people here, haven't I? Is it possible that your chemistry can heal better than anything a doctor can do? God bless the doctors, but your body is better than all. And if that's the case, this would be ancient information pouring at you from the ancestors. Talk to your cellular structure. It'll tell you what to do, what not to do, what to eat, what not to eat for you, specifically for you. Based upon your Akashic record, where you've been, what you've done before, and what satisfies you now. Healing is yours. But you have to cognize it. That means you have to understand it and believe it. It's a new energy. And the magic that you have, old soul, is that which you believe is part of you today. Are you or are you not part of the creation from a creative source that is love? Are you or are you not? And if you say you're not, then you're just like the bison in the field. That means you have no connection to Gaia. You're just an animal. And I don't think there is one old soul who believes that for a moment. Instead, there are shades of understanding. Well, I want to believe it. I know it's true at some level, but I don't feel it right now. And all of those things are fine because you've just given intent to start a journey. If you don't feel that way, or perhaps you're not aware of that which is inside, I ask the next question, do you want to be? And if the answer is yes, it's so simple. There's no stairs to climb. There's no suffering to be done. There's nobody to report to. There's nobody to call. Because you've got a direct connection to the Creator, and your cellular structure is on target and listening and ready. What comes out of your mouth is what it will believe. If you give intent to want to know more, I want to feel it. I want to know more. It starts by itself simply because intent is the key. Especially today, in a changing energy, with an old soul. You're the graduate. You're the hope of the planet. In this lifetime and the next one and the next one. I've said this so many times before. For those of you who don't think you're coming back, how would you feel if you came back fresh, new, young, with the knowledge you'd never make the same mistakes you made this time? Would it make a difference? And the answer is, oh yeah. But that is what it's going to be. We need you. We need you now to relax and understand that light is something you generate with every step.
So fucking tired of
With
sitting
every
by
step.
myself.
Light is not
I need an art buddy.
singular. Light broadcasts from you in so many dimensions. It's how love can be felt with two people around the planet, no matter how far they are. They know they're thinking about one another because love has no distance. If you send light to your neighbor, you send it everywhere. If your life is light, it goes everywhere. That is how the old soul begins to change the planet. You've had a journey together for days now. You've had a camaraderie for days now. What if an Earth that really doesn't know each other could get together like you have, so that over a period of time, you would know each other better and relax and talk things out, so that the future would be filled with those souls who will never go to war again because they know each other. That is the hope of the old soul, the reason Cryon is here, and the reason this message will always be the same. It's not about if it's going to happen, it's about when and how fast. With your intent and free choice, it's unstoppable. You're already seeing it on your news, dear ones. The good and the bad. The reactions are there. The old energy is there. And there'll be less of it in time. Do not be alarmed or put aside or asunder by things that you see are black and dark, because that's exactly what they want you to do, is to fear it. Instead, understand it's part of shift and change, and that light will win, because it's coming from you. Thank you for this journey, for listening to these messages, because now you're abundant in love and knowledge, in wisdom, in duration. I'm in love with humanity because of those like you. And so it is.
So it is. So good. Everybody wants to see me more. I'm gonna be with my eyes.
Greetings, dear ones. I am Current of Magnetic Service. There would be those who would wonder about the process to the degree they would say impossible it is for a human being to switch this quickly from one side of the veil to the other, to be literally with one foot with a higher self. And I'll say this to you. The impossibility of it would only be there if the higher self did not want the human being to cross. You must know this, that as my partner spoke to you today about the love of God, this is the way of it. For God is the parent energy, and this parent energy sees you in your singularity and loves you in this fashion. We would give in to void the rules of free choice, to show ourselves in a fashion that made you understand we're here. But on this planet of free choice, it is you who must open the door to us. We stand like the angels we are in your lives, walking the whole duration. At the point at which you are born on this planet, the angels surround the table, or they surround the pool, or they surround whatever it is that you have chosen to come in. And they stay with you. And in those beginning days, literally in those beginning weeks, you might see the angel
man alive.
with the wide eyes looking at the end.